Hello, fellow film fans. In my ongoing and almost finished review of 1970s dystopian science fiction movies, we come to one of the strangest and arguably best entries, and it's the only one that's an animation film, and that's Fantastic Planet by a French film company, and it was actually illustrated in Prague by Czech animators that uh, the Czech Republic has always produced some really terrific animators, including one of my favorites, Karl Maychek, who animated the sequence Tarna in Heavy Metal, though his designs were based on designs by American comic artist Howard Chaykin, but it was Karl Maychek who actually drew the cells. Again, this is 1973. They did not have any computer animation. All of this work was done by hand using cell animation, which is very, very difficult and time-consuming. It won a Grand Prix at Cannes in 1973 and again in 2016, and it is worth it. Um, it's a very strange story of a planet called Ygam, YGAM, where humans, who are now referred to as OMS, OMS, live under the rule of very large blue humanoid beings called either trogs or drogs, depending on which language it is. It's trogs, and they are TRAAG. That they are humanoid, but they are superior intellectually and spiritually to humans who they consider to be pets. They also occasionally purge large numbers of humans to keep the population down. And they do not allow them to be educated, so they're kept in a sort of ignorant state. One day after a human mother is killed, a trog female takes pity on one of her children, who she names Terror, and she takes him as a pet, and she loves him, and she won't allow him to be harmed. And she actually takes him along to classes when she's being taught via a headset, and somehow his like slave collar picks up the emissions from the headset, and so he receives the education as well, which is forbidden. But he she loses interest in him as he grows into his teenage years, and she does as well, and now she's only interested in, her own things and not him, and he escapes a drug purge and finds some wild ohms living in an abandoned park, and settles in with them. Trogs learn about this, and they're gonna, and he, again, because he's educated, he's able to share his knowledge of Trog technology and also some of their meditation techniques with his fellow ohms. And the Trogs find out about this, and they're going to purge everybody out of the park, i.e. kill all of them. And they set about doing this, but the wild ohms have now built a rocket ship, and they're going to take it to the moon of this planet, which they refer to as the Fantastic Planet. Once they get there, they discover some of these giant statues that the Trogs use for meditation. It's not entirely explained that they need these statues to remain alive. And when they destroy a couple of them, the Trogs agree to negotiate to stop purging the ohms, and if they leave the Fantastic Planet, they'll give them a satellite put a satellite into orbit where the ohms can live without being harassed by Trogs, and they won't be slaves. It's very well done. It's very interesting. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is mainly in French. I believe there is an English version available. It is available for free on Tubi, because I've just recently rewatched it, and it's well worth it. The animation is fantastic for 1973, and the story is very mature. It was the first animated film to receive a PG rating. It's not for kids. There's a lot of violence, but it's definitely well worth it.